Howdy, hi. It is Do Your Job Sports MLB Rundown picks and predictions for Tuesday, July 8th, 2025. We are looking at the best bets of the day. Let's get into the video. All right, first things first, we're going to take a look at the previous day's results. On the day, we go 3-3, made a little bit of money because we hit 2 plus 120 on the money lines. That brings our season record to 351 and 352. I should not have bet the Pirates. It turns out they still do suck, and they are as bad as a team as I thought. I'm going to recap these games real quick, then we'll get on to what we're looking at for tomorrow. Game 1, it was the Brewers at home versus the Dodgers. Took them plus 120 on the money line, took them over 7.5 runs. They were up 5-0 at the end of the first inning. Final score, Brew Crew 9, LA 1. Surprisingly, though, the Brewers only had one more hit than the Dodgers. Dodgers, 7 hits. Brew Crew, 8. It was a Andrew Vaughn home run, an error, which scored, Isaac Collins, and then Montecero single, scoring Bryce Terang. You then had a Christian Yelich 2-run bomb, and a Bryce Terang single. The Dodgers, they've lost 4 in a row now. Granted, they're still 20 games over 500, so I don't think they're too concerned. But this Brewers team, they're second in the NL Central, 50-40 on the year. Freddie Peralta, 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 0 earned, 7 strikeouts. He's kind of moving, 10-4 on the year. Yoshinobu Yamamoto is now 8-7 straight up. He made it through 2/3 of an innings. Does he suck? Maybe. Next game is the Marlins plus 120 on the money line. I did technically go early crow. The current score is 5-1 in the top of the 9th inning. So I'm assuming the Marlins win. And if they don't win, you can flip-flop where the Reds over 9.5 is, because that means that guaranteed hit. So at worst today, we go 3-3. There's a chance, a very small chance, we go 4-2. But I'm just assuming there is either 1, no run scored in the 9th, or 2, there's not enough for a comeback. So that's that. Our other loser, good God. Pirates, plus 130 on the money line, under 8.5 runs. Both of those were no bueno. Pirates, they scored 3 runs, which is 3 runs more than they did the previous entire series against the Mariners. The problem is, they allowed Kansas City to score 9. Kansas City, 12 hits, 9 runs. Andrew Heaney went 3 innings, gave up 6 hits and 4 earned runs. Then the bullpen came in and gave up a heck of a lot more. So, thank you, Andrew Heaney. Thank you, Pirates, for nothing. You guys suck. I don't know why I bet them twice in a row. Then, like I said, we have the over 9.5 runs in the Marlins and Reds game. It's probably not going to hit. It's 6 runs scored in the top of the 9th. Maybe by some miracle, though, it hits. All right, that's the recap. Let's get on to the picks for tomorrow. First game we're looking at, it is the Mets on the road at Baltimore. I'm going to take the Mets minus 125 on the money line. Also going to take the over of 8.5 runs. Mets 52-39 on the year. They have Clay Holmes on the mound, who is 8-4 with a 2.99 ERA. Going up against Brandon Young, who is 0-3 with a 7.02 ERA. I am very confused as to why the line is this short. I thought the Mets would have been like minus 160 or 170. So this is one of the rare times I will go out and lay a number with a team. Minus 125 is about the largest I would take. The Mets, they are 5-5 in their last 10, coming off of a loss. The Orioles are 6-4 in their last 10. They are coming off of a series sweep on the road against Atlanta. So you have a nice little letdown spot back at home, and you have a massive pitching advantage with Clay Holmes over Brandon Young. Brandon Young this season, 0-3, 7.02 ERA. He's pitched 16 innings. He has 15 strikeouts to 11 walks. 15 Ks, 11 walks. That is one of the worst ratios in all of the major leagues. Give me the Mets. They walk a lot, and they hit a lot of home runs. That is going to be a good combination against a pitcher who gets guys on base often, and he sucks. Mets over. Let's go. Next game, I'm going to take the Cubs, minus 1.5, plus 120 for the run line. Also going to take the over of 8.5 runs. I think we have a decent pitching advantage here with Shota Imanaga 5-2, 2.78, going up against SWR, who is 4-4 with a 4.41 ERA. If you guys have been watching the channel for a bit, you know I thoroughly enjoy fading the Twins because I think they're horrible. At home this year, 24-18 are the Twins. The Cubs are 24-20 on the road. The main thing is just the absolute difference in their offenses. The Cubs as a team are hitting 257. The Twins are hitting 239. Cubs are the third highest slugging team in the majors. They have 136 home runs. Twins have 102. Cubs are the second most aggressive team on the base path, stealing 106 bags. Twins have stolen 46. Cubs have the way better team. They have the better pitcher. They should absolutely blast the Twins. Give me the Cubbies on the red line. I think -1.5 or +120 is good value. If you wanted to take the money line straight up, it's currently sitting at -145. I won't lay that high of a number. I think if you're laying that big of a number in baseball, you're doing it wrong, unless you're betting it in a parlay. But if you are betting it straight up, I think the run line with the road team is the way to go. Also, give me the over. The Cubs can score hella runs real quick, so I don't like taking unders in Cubs games. Okay, let's get on to the next pick. Next game we got, I'm going to run back the Marlins at +105 on the money line. Also going to take the under of the 8.5 runs this time. Yuri Perez on the mound for Miami, 1-2 with a 4.50 ERA. Going up against Nick Martinez, 6-8 with a 4.20 ERA. That is nice if you celebrate. Yuri Perez, the 4.5 ERA might be a bit misleading. He's coming off of a really good start. In his previous starts, he really didn't pitch that bad. He just had a low pitch count because he is coming off of an injury, and then he got roughed up in one of them. So he really wasn't able to go that far. And if you do give up a few runs only pitching 3 innings, your ERA is going to go vertical. But in his most recent start against Minnesota, he went 6 innings, giving up 1 hit, 0 earned runs. Nick Martinez, in his most recent start, it was against Boston. He went 6 2/3 innings, giving up 9 hits and 4 earned. Prior to that, he pitched an 8-inning, 1-run game against San Diego. He's really boom or bust, but since becoming a starter, he's gone 14 innings, giving up 10 hits and 5 earned. I don't trust that laying a number at home with -125. I'll take the Marlins on the road. They already proved they can win the first game of the series. I see no reason why they can't do it again. Give me the Marlins. Give me the under. Think we see a 3-2 kind of ball game. Final game we got, it is Tampa Bay heading into Detroit. I'm going to take the Rays +110 on the money line. Also going to take the over of 7.5 runs. Previous day, these two teams have already played, so this is their second game. Detroit won 5-1. Detroit has been on an absolute roll recently. How many games have they won in a row? They've won 4 in a row, or 5 in a row. They're 8-2 in their last 10, 31-14 at home. But I'm going to fade that. Why? Because Tampa Bay don't give a fuck. I don't think they're going to lose back-to-back games on the road. And I do like Ryan Pepio as a pitcher. His stats may not be that great, but he's been solid recently. In his most recent starts, he's given up 2. Did get shelled by Baltimore, giving up 4 and 1 2/3. But then prior to that, he's already played Detroit this year. He went 5 innings, giving up 3 hits and 1 earned run. That was at home in a ballpark that is much more favorable to home runs. Jack Flaherty, I'm trying to see if he did. Yeah, he did play Tampa Bay, and he got absolutely fucking rocked. He went 2 and 1/3 innings, giving up 6 hits and 8 earned runs. He has had somewhat of a walk problem recently, and when I say somewhat, I mean massively. His most recent starts, he has walked 2, 4, 3, 5, 3. Those are absurd numbers to be walking. 37 walks on the year. He's given up 16 home runs. Yes, he does have good strikeout stuff with 109 Ks, but I don't really care about that. If you've walked 37 and given up 16 dingers in 89 innings, this Tampa Bay team has already seen him, and they took him yard. Give me Tampa Bay +110. Give me the over 7.5 runs. All right, that's going to do it for me in this video. I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.